Welcome to the Scale Builders Guild.
Damn it. Welcome to Harleydesigns.
We should actually go back and see how many times each one of us have been able to say it first.
Yeah, see what the score is?
Yeah. We only have to watch the first, 20 seconds of every video.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Check.
Check and mate. Welcome to episode 101.
101.
Check in, let us know where you're watching from, and how many meat sticks you ate today.
What's the last piece of meat you ate?
How many meat sticks did you have in your gob today?
Oh,
and cheers. Welcome.
Cheers. Cheer. And cheer to my brother who they had their baby yesterday. I am an uncle again.
Congratulations. It's a baby.
I'm very excited.
There's a baby on the table. That's got to be good luck. Is it Josh and Clark Kent tonight? I don't have the one curly hair that goes down like Superman. I was wearing my safety glasses because I was putting this rack up on the wall behind me.
Yes. Anymore. Yeah, and you were
safe.
Being safe.
Actually, you know what? I kind of like the look of those. I should wear glasses all the time.
You look like somebody who would wear glasses. You look like someone who would wear glasses with fake lenses in them.
I do look like somebody that would do that, don't I? I keep them in this protective bag so I don't scratch them.
Oh, I know that my safety glasses will be scratched, so I throw them willy-nilly into my toolbox.
See, I used to have that same kind of pair, and they were just like anywhere, everywhere. There was paint splattered all over them. It's the worst.
Oh my God.
You're getting a lot of notifications there.
I guess. So
you're extremely popular.
Today was a wild day. The Phoenix is back.
Pow!
And shipping starting tomorrow. So
the very same Phoenix that I'm holding right now.
Yeah.
Although yours will come with axles.
Yours will also have axles that Matt has robbed and put under his class 1.
Yeah, that's where those went. But that's amazing news, Josh. I think a lot of people are really excited about that.
Whether you pre-ordered direct from Vanquish or from A-Main, they will both start shipping tomorrow. A-Main will have theirs in stock tomorrow morning, afternoonish, and we will start shipping right away. So, wherever your pre-order is located, they're linked in both of our descriptions because Matt and I, of course, do have affiliate links in the description. Sue us.
Hit that link.
Hit that link, buddy. Help us recoup some of our Scale Nats losses.
Yeah, we got to pay for these trucks, and I got to pay for gas. It's super expensive up here. $1.70 a liter, which is like $14 per hectare.
So, man, it was they were going to be tomorrow. They were going to come in tomorrow, so it would have been a Friday, shipping or delivery thing. But
yeah,
moved up a day, ready to get into your hands.
Nice. I'm pretty excited to have. Well, I don't need any more. I've got 2.
I'm just excited for them to be back 2 people.
Yeah, that's the thing I've been waiting for because more people need to experience it because it's a really great truck.
Yes.
I liked building it. I liked driving it even more than I like building it. And I really like to build. So
yep. So now you can get your second one so that you can replace your axles.
I already have a second one. I'm just
that's right.
You
did get 2.
Yeah. Is this the Catalina wine mixer?
Pow! Pow! Like
are you saying pow? Are you saying pow or Powell? Pow! Blind Guy RC, thank you very much. Hey man, them trucks are looking awesome AF. Haha.
Yes, your updates today. It seems like so long ago.
It seems like so many hours ago.
I watched it this morning.
It seems like 13 hours ago.
while I was still in. I think I watched it while I was still in bed. Not.
Oh,
yet.
it's out of. Oh, I'm out of focus, big time. Oh, holy. Sorry.
Guess where you're not out of focus? In your crappy webcam.
The webcam's perfect every single time.
Perfectly terrible.
Perfectly
blown out and terrible.
Yeah. Jay Walker, thank you very much. Some gas money to get to the edge of the GTA. That's great. That $10 will get me almost out of Ontario.
Yes.
Not quite.
So, but your update.
Yes.
Coming along swimmingly.
It's starting to look a bit like a truck now. I mean, not a real truck. Actually, this is more of a real truck than the Gladiator is because it's only got a single cab.
Right. And the percentage of bed to cab is what defines a truck.
I agree. Glad you said that. But yeah, I got the TPU fenders on, got it all wired up and working. Basically, it's done.
I mean, if it was me, like, I'm not going to paint this.
You know what I'd love for you to do is just throw a can of paint at the truck.
Like the TikToks, like, I just got this baby ceramic coated. Water doesn't even stick to it. And they just throw the whole bottle.
Yeah.
Whole can. Blind
whole
Guy
can of
RC.
paint.
Thank you, sir. Hey, man, super stoked on the Phoenix soon-ish.
The Phoenixes
Yes.
is...
Phoenix, Phenai.
The Phoenixes?
Yeah. Phenot?
Yeah. Phoenix.
Pahonix.
Whatever, man.
I had text Matt earlier today, like, hey, I may or may not be late for the show because this shipment is coming at 2:00 in the afternoon. But we were able to just
Jammed it out.
Yep.
Yeah, you banged it out.
It was a good day.
A solid team effort. You had the cardboard bitch
to be a gangster.
You had the cardboard bitch. You had
he was
you.
off today. He was off today, so we called him. We're like, "Yo,
you better get in. You better come to work.
Yeah,
we're not going to pay you, but you need to be here."
Yeah, 50 days to go until nationals.
Oh,
Sherwood, thank you, sir.
Oh dear,
no, that can't be right.
That's not right. If it is, that's bad news. Hey, Seafart Fire Truck checking in. I haven't seen you in a while. Hi, Matt. Hi, everyone. 69th like. Nice.
Holy crap, that is right.
Oh, dear. No, that can't be right.
That is correct. I just Googled it.
Did you Google it and say how many days until Scale Nationals, and it knows?
Well, normally I'm on my other Chrome profile because if I was on the other one, I would have been able to just type in HO and it would have said how many days until April 7th. Like, how many times are you going to Google this?
Yeah.
Like,
look, it's 1 day less than yesterday. That's crappy. 50 days. I've got like 49 days worth of sanding to do.
oh my goodness, man.
I better hope that other technique with resin works. Otherwise,
yeah, hopefully you can cut your some of your sanding time down.
Yeah, because the more important thing for me is that it's so cold here. I mean, it was 9 degrees Celsius today, which is like, I don't know, 40 something probably in Freedom units. But that's still not warm enough to paint.
I mean, you don't have a heater in your house?
I'm not painting in the house like some sort of Josh.
I'm just saying.
I'm not joshing my way through this, okay? Despite me saying earlier.
There's solutions to every problem, Matt.
I guess I could just find out if I knew somebody with a car hole that I could work out of for a couple of days.
And that includes travel time. Brian, that is correct.
Oh, nuts. That takes 2 more days off of mine. 48 days left.
Oh my God, that makes me frantically nervous.
Tevin goes, Cliffhanger Body and call it good.
Yeah, that's no joke. Wow. Especially,
Shit.
I've been working on my
You guys
class.
put a real buzzkill on this episode.
I've been working on the design of the cage that will go into the.
Oh yeah, you printed that one out, did you?
I did. I've made a couple of revisions, as you can see here, just to make sure that it's going to fit just perfectly. Because obviously, once I have the design done, I can then make the templates, and then I'm thinking that the since I'm going to make templates for this, and since it's basically just a cliffhanger, I'll put the templates up because anybody could need a cage for a cliffhanger body. So.
Yeah.
I feel like that could be a worthwhile template to add to my
yes, definitely
templates on the website.
Definitely.
So
Travis said maybe start next year's builds now.
I think it wouldn't be like idea. A crappy reality series if it wasn't for some urgency in there.
That's true. Yeah, it's going to come right down to the wire. Obviously,
Matt and I are going to start arguing on it next. On the series, like. We're going to lose the channel if we don't get these done.
I can only give you $450 for it. No more than that. It's not worth any more to me. I can't sell it for that.
I'm gonna have to bring in the expert. Let me call
my. Why'd you offer so much, Josh? Now we got to pay him that much.
Oh man, that is coming quickly.
I don't have a garage, and I'm not spray painting in the house.
Have you considered brush painting?
That's what I should get. Because I like to use automotive paint. Yes, Adam, I airbrush, but I use like water-based acrylics for that. It's not. That's fine. You can do that. Reality series equals fake deadlines. That's also true. I think they do a lot more screaming. But I know you can spray paint inside.
You can.
I've
proved it.
I just don't want to.
It doesn't.
I used to do that
cold outside. It could just be more convenient to do it inside. Like sometimes outside is just further away, and inside
roller paint
is right where you are.
What if I got automotive paint, but just like not in a spray can? I could paint that on. That would look amazing.
Yeah, you just use a fine enough brush. It'll be fine, or a large enough brush.
I think large. Well, I actually just pour it on.
Pour some sugar. Can we talk about flocking? Because
holy flock, yes we can. Actually, it looked quite good, Josh. I'm going to give you major props for
flocker. That. Flocking, kind of fun. I mean,
yes. Simple. Yeah, did you? Yeah. They gave you the applicator too? It was a whole flocking kit?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a ketchup bottle.
Ah, yes, yeah.
So, I feel like it needs a top coat.
You should dull coat seal it, yeah.
What dull coat? You mean like with what?
Matte clear.
Perfect. I will do such a... I think that this one is just going to be a test because it's still... I think I'll wait until I have... Like it's ready to go, and then that'll be like one of the last things I do.
Somebody calls you Waka Flocka. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Waka Flocka Josh. King 420 man came up with that one. How apropos. Hello, Chad. I have some fixtures for Josh, says Scale Metal Supplies.
Can we get into mail call for a second, and specifically because of your video and Scale Metal Supplies?
Sure. Yeah, we can. Did you get some gussets?
I did get some gussets. In your video, you had said, so I got some bumper mounts on the way.
Yeah.
Right? And the other day, I got some bumper mounts in the mail that I was just like, out of nowhere. And I was just like, I don't need any bumper mounts right now, but I will probably later. And then you said, I had no idea that they were coming. It was just a bag that came in the mail. I was like, oh, that's nice. And then you said that in the mail. I'm like, I I wonder if he thinks I'm Matt.
I mean, we do have that problem.
I wonder if these are supposed to be yours.
No, I ordered mine on Sunday. And,
okay.
You know, Canada, so it'll be a little while until they get here. But they'll be here soon.
This is 4 Scale Nationals builds from Scale Metal Supplies.
This is all Scale Metal Supplies metal.
Wasn't that
they supplied?
And these are beefy.
Yeah, but it's good for what ails you.
Oh yeah, it's
you'll need them.
Great. Oh, I'm going to use them probably for. I'm going to use them. I don't know for what yet, but they will be helpful.
That's a bold statement. Yes, they are exceptional, and
so that was one of the things that I got for mail call today. I have another one, but I only have one other thing, so I'm gonna and it's partly for you. So,
is it an S Beaner mount?
No,
for my gigantic S Beaner.
It is not.
Okay. Any one of my 18 S Beaners?
You could make a wall, and you could just put wrong, right.
I'll hang them all up behind me.
So you can get it, and you can go this one, that one.
I will say, very helpful people on Instagram and email and any other way that you could reach me.
Sent to you?
Yes. You need this one.
I actually got one sent to me. They're like, show this to Matt. No.
Scale Metal Supplies. Andre said, looked like you, Josh, could use angled tabs based on STL Sunday.
Always. And I saw those on. I was like, oh, those might be perfect. So
angled tabs. I think I have some of those already.
Yeah. He's got these ones on here that are like, they almost look like the proper angle for the VS410 chassis.
Yeah. Maybe that's what they were for.
They might be. So,
Ocean Toot Flame Lorry, thank you for the money. Here's 10 flocking dollars. Do as you wish with it. I might get myself a flocking kit. I could probably flock some of my seats too.
Right?
Yeah, why not?
So
Did you get the Micro 0.5 Beaner? No, I didn't. I have not reordered because you know what? The size differential between the 1 and the 0.5 is very small, very minor.
Mom, the meatloaf. Yes, I used a lot of, they're all Wedding Crashers quotes for the Scale News.
And my response was one too.
Yeah, which is one of them that I used.
Oh, it was?
The painting was a gift, Todd. I'm taking it with me.
I don't even really watch your videos. All right, so my first mail call, obviously I got my meat.
You got your snack sticks.
I got my meat. Gunner sent me quite the big box.
My satisfied jerky is also here. I have not. This is my last thing of meat sticks left, though.
I think I still have a couple bags of meat sticks.
Will one of the mods put the satisfied jerky link in the chat so I can pin it?
Do that for me too, please. Someone. I could type it out, but I got meat hands.
Meat hands.
Home Depot sells them. Yeah, I know where to get them.
He got many links.
I could order them from everywhere.
Can someone send Matt where the best deal on them specifically is? So see if you can find the best price. He'll aggregate all of the information and then
I'll create a spreadsheet. I really need to work on my Gunner, thank you very much. This week's code is #OhShit50days. That is nuts. I am super scared. I'm really upset now. Because I was like, the last 2 weeks, I didn't really do very much. I worked mostly on class 1 just to kind of get it to a state. And they're pinned. Thanks, guys. pin. Oh, it's pinned. Okay, so we're pinned. We're good. We're good. I was sort of like, I better get this truck at least running, so I have something to show.
Yeah,
that's happened.
I thought your update. Mm-hmm. Your video this week, I thought it was great.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Covered everything well.
Yeah, and there were a lot of updates to cover. Lots of things actually happened, and I did some stuff, and it's coming together. But 50 days does not sound like very many all of a sudden, especially when you have a full-time job that kind of leaks into your hobby time. Like I was working till about 7 tonight, so I only had like an hour in here, which was not enough.
Yeah, I same. I've just been same thing. It's just busy, and then I'm gonna have a trip to go see my new niece.
Boring,
right?
Right. It's not gonna do anything.
Do something cool. Like, come on.
Take it off some sick jumps. You go there, and you go, hey, congratulations. Yeah, that's a baby. All right, well, take care.
That's the baby.
I think is there a hobby shop around here?
But I think I could make up some of the time lost for the trip because I think I'm going to leave Nicole there for a while.
Oh, good idea.
Nicole demands so much of my time, but she's pretty much just like, you okay in there? Yeah,
I'm good. How many squares is 50 days?
I can't believe it's 50 days.
I know.
I feel like I should have known that, but
speaking of 50 days and scale nats and squares, Brett from Brazen sent me a picture of his new squares shirt that came in. He's pretty happy with it. I spent a lot of time in Illustrator recreating those squares, so they were perfect. All the dots are in the right places, everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah. All right, so mail call, I got meat. And then I think I got something else. I got the RC Pro Racks in the mail.
RC Pro Rack. You have one on the wall already.
I have one on the wall already. But they come in this nice package here, unassembled. You get all the hardware. And there's two different kinds. There's standard and deluxe. No, epic. No, elite. Elite.
Yes.
And the standard one is, it's a stand laser cut stainless steel. And it's a stand that you would mount on a wall. And then you can put your truck on it. Just like this one right here, which
truck on a wall.
Not everybody can see on my thing, so stand by. I'll just show everybody. There it is. Truck on a wall. And then just gotta get me back to me. And then there's the elite version, which has
not far enough over.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It's right there.
I see that. I'm saying for you, but anyway, keep going.
Oh, sorry. Here. There. How's that?
Better? There you go. Better.
Okay. And then, so then there's the elite version, which is this one here, which can also obviously be hung on the wall, but you can rotate the stand portion so it becomes a workbench stand. So you can put it on your bench, and it's got these tabs that kind of flare out a bit to give it a little more stability, and then you can work on your truck on a bench. So yeah, that's what I got. Those came in. They're very very handy, and they're not super expensive either. So if you want to show off your junk, it's a good way to do it.
I agree completely. I covered them on the Scale News a few weeks back, I think.
RCProRack.com, I think it is.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, like for your collection, you would need like 500.
I mean, that's assuming that they would all be able to sit on a rack. I don't know that they would all.
Maybe they wouldn't fit. Yeah.
They would all.
It's the only time it's appropriate to say nice rack.
Nice. So the last thing that I have, like I said, this is actually for you as well. But what I have here is a sharpened and balanced propeller for our impulse boats.
Oh.
This will take our 50-ish mile per hour boats and put them in the 70-ish mile per hour range.
Wow.
So,
whoa, really? Holy cow.
Yeah. So these are done by a gentleman, I believe, up in Washington or Oregon.
Okay.
So
basically Canada.
Yes, very sharp and perfectly balanced.
Wow.
Evidently a fantastic upgrade for our boats. And these
All
came
right.
because the people, if you guys don't remember, we Matt and I got a Pro Bowl Impulse boat last year.
6S.
6S 30-inch, 32, like massive boat.
It's a big ass boat.
And they came from a guy who watches the channel named Mark. And
thank you again, Mark.
It was I was at Axial Fest last year, and I was out driving a trail and ran into somebody. He said, "Hey," and it's like, "Hey, nice to meet you." Talk. He's like, "Oh, I'm Mark," and I was like, "Oh, Mark," and had a great time. We crawled a little bit at Axial Fest, and then I crawled with him again at Proline by the Fire. And then he was coming into town here last weekend. So I was like, "Hey, let me know when you're coming into town. I'll give you a tour of the shop, and then we'll go crawl." So we went and crawled on Saturday for a handful of hours. He had some buddies in town. We all went, did a bunch of crawling. It was a freaking beautiful day.
Oh, man.
Awesome time on the rocks. And he had got these props. So he dropped
them off. That is
off.
So cool. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
Very much appreciated.
I have a box of some other stuff that's coming to you. And this is for that.
So I've heard. I was talking to Brandon the other day. He's like, that box hasn't gone out yet, has it? I go, I don't think so.
No.
I was like, box? Question mark. I was like, how big is it? Is it, if it's this big, I know there's a gigantic S-beaner in there. Those jackasses are sending me the biggest one they have. I'm just going to put it on my real truck.
Tony Mazza.
He's a Mazing. Matt, what will you be doing for windows on the Class 1? Probably putting them in.
Will you be putting windows in?
I'll be putting a windshield and a back window in, yes.
You're going to go through a back? Interesting. I am going to put a front
window. What do you mean? There's a back window on the cab.
Just saying you're going to go through the hassle of putting one in there. It's interesting.
What do you mean hassle? It mounts to the outside.
Huh?
You just glue it in.
I know. This seems like a lot of work. I guess
my God. The patterns come with the printout.
So that's nice.
Yeah. With the printer files, you get the pattern for the windows.
So I forged the windshield frame of my Class 1 last night.
Josh is going to forge his windows out of carbon fiber.
Yes. I did forge the frame last night. I get to open it tonight and see if it was successful.
We should do it live on camera.
If by the end of this, I'd be pretty close. We'll see. It is not a pretty process to try and open those molds sometimes, so we'll see.
No,
we'll see. Gunner Nissen, thank you, sir. Got the same ones for my Miss Geico, so I can do 100. That is ridiculous.
That's stupid, crazy, awesome. I kind of want to see that.
Ridiculous.
Where is it that we could bring our boats and boat together?
Well, it's going to be too hard to bring on a plane to Alabama, but you could easily bring it to Axial Fest.
Axial Fest. I could ship it to you.
Yes.
I ship my boat.
So
Moose
Josh
John
going to temper his own
again.
glass windshield, right?
Tonight on this update of stuff that I really don't have time for, we're making our own glass.
I'm going to make mine out of like the Bill Nye the Science Guy way that we did when we were kids. Did you ever do that? I mean, you were probably not even hardly a kid when Bill Nye was on anymore.
No, I was a full-grown man.
Yeah, so I was still a young child because I'm so much more youthful than you. But
That's true. I'm an old man inside and out.
But they taught you how to make like the prop glass, so like you like how they made the beer bottles.
Sugar glass. Yeah,
sugar glass.
Maybe that's what I should make the windows out of. That would make for some fun stuff on the rocks.
Damage, right?
Yeah. Crunch. Brazen. Hi, Brett. Matt, I sent you an Insta message of my Class 1 interior after thinking about how much time you have in your dash of Class 1. I am going to look at that right now.
Part of my video series when we're actually at Scale Nationals is just going to be going around and having Matt comment on people's interiors as far as what the scale interiors are.
Look at
just
this.
So that I can hear. I'm like, Matt,
nonsense.
Matt, please tell me what you think of this interior. Just because Matt is so nice and he will never want to say anything mean about someone's truck in front of them, especially.
Well, not in their
and I'm just going to be like,
face.
Matt, please tell me what you think of this truck, this interior specifically.
This is basically, it's got 2 seats and a piece of foam and a steering wheel on a dashboard, and it looks like it's just kind of glued together poorly. Why am I bothering? Why am I even bothering? Honestly,
I've seen
it's a waste of time.
Excuse me, Brett's interior. It's in the top half of quality interiors for comp builds. That is a top 50% interior.
So, just showing up with a full interior, I instantly win the concourse. Great job, man.
For you in concourse.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't forge my own carbon fiber everything or titaniumize anything, but you know, if you get votes, which I'm sure you will because it is an excellent looking truck and engineering wise it's amazing, you fully deserve it. You've put a lot of effort into that truck.
There's a lot of effort. I will say that. And guess what just fell off again? The hood.
God dang it.
Time.
Every time. He said Matt gets the S-Beaner they use to hold anchors on cruise ships. Like carrying it in. All right, let's go.
Let's do this. I did 3D print the molds for my inner fenders in the rear. And I was playing around with a couple of things just because when I did this mold, I did not do any draft angles or anything like that. I was just like, I'm just going to see what it'll do if I just simplify it. And I put in cut lines right into it.
Yeah.
So when it molds them, it put that line in there.
Yeah.
And then I 3D printed it and I put 0 bottom layers on the print. So it didn't put a bottom to the print at all. And I did 5% infill.
Okay.
So rectilinear. And then I just backfilled it with plaster.
Smart. That saves you a bunch of time.
So yeah, that way I got a super solid 3D print and I was able to vacuum form off this with no deformation. And it was super fast. I did both sides in 7 hours.
That's not bad.
So not bad at all for a print this size. And my custom rear inner fenders / interior is all in the chassis.
Nice.
Super. It just came out perfect. Just drops in there. Everything fits. It's all working so well.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, everything still.
Well, the calendar's moving too quickly. So
you did this plaster thing I suggested, speedy molds. I had been using plaster on the molds. I did that already for the interior mold. But yeah, I don't know.
Just let him have the fact that you took his idea.
I probably did. I probably took it. But yeah,
most people would say thank you.
Yes. So, and then my 3D engine is coming along.
Yes, I didn't watch STL Sundays because I was at the movies.
You were at the movies?
I know, we're allowed to go to the movies again.
What'd you go see? You go see Jackass?
No, what did we see? Murder on the Nile.
Never heard of it.
Not
says
surprised.
a lot about us. You're like, no, I saw this.
It wasn't. It's not like an art film. It's a major release.
Is it?
Gal Gadot was in it. You might remember her from such movies as Fast and the Furious 4 and 5, and I think even 6.
Possibly. Dark hair lady?
The very pretty one.
Yes. So, yeah, that, no, have not seen it though.
Dana just said, I bet Josh cuddles that truck in bed and makes Nicole sleep on the couch. Yeah. Shh, it's okay. It's okay. Shh.
No one will hurt you.
Shh. No, the truck stays, you go.
No, you're the prettiest. No, you're the prettiest.
No, you hang up first. Click. RC Mask Master, hello.
Brian Sherwood. Vanquish will let me order 700 Phoenix kits. Hey, I'll let you pay for them too.
Yeah.
Do it.
Put it on your credit card. West Desert Wheeler, hello. Logan, I guess he wants to plug something here. I just announced I will be running a 3-part comp series in Utah North versus South with a final state championship where North and South compete.
What happens if someone from California shows up? Where do we...
Yeah, Canada. I guess I'd have to be on Utah North, and you'd have to be on Utah South.
I guess it depends on what part of...
How far down does Utah go?
I don't know.
Yes, that was the one based off the Agatha Christie book. Wonder Woman, you savages. Well, she was in other things before she was Wonder Woman.
I never saw Wonder Woman. That's
I know. The first one was pretty good.
I didn't know there was more than one. I don't see a lot of superhero movies, except Deadpool.
If it doesn't have a V8 motor in it, I haven't seen it. If it doesn't have a family in it,
right? Then it doesn't count. Yeah, not
family.
Not big on the. That's a comic book movie, right? Sure.
What?
I'll watch it. Like
Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, it's a superhero movie.
So,
a Canadian could be the Utah state champ. I don't know. I've never driven on Utah soil.
A Canadian could be. Matt could not be.
Let's just be real. I don't mind being real with you guys. I'm not winning the comp. Don't vote for me. If there's if there's odds in Vegas for me winning a comp, it's not happening. Do they talk about family? If so, I'm not watching. Family.
I have a
You can have any beer you want.
Thanos giving Deadpool a piggyback ride. Isn't Thanos the little machine that took the blood did the blood test from the little...
No. Thanos is the Titan that basically wiped out 50% of the universe.
Who am I
with the
thinking
snap of his fingers.
I don't know who I'm thinking of then.
Yeah, you're not thinking of anything.
It's a deep voiced lady who wears turtlenecks and does this. But
did you tell Nicole that your life is flying cars?
Theranos. That's what I was thinking of. I did not tell Nicole that.
No?
No.
I'll let her know. I'll reach out.
Please do. Please do. I would love to hear. I would love to see.
Actually, it wasn't. No, it's not your marriage to Nicole. It was your marriage to your first wife that was Flying Cars the movie.
Right. So I guess I'm living the sequel.
Where you hooked up with the babe that works at the hobby shop, who's potentially 18.
Oh, theoretically.
What are we saving? Wait, what are we saving for Alabama? Moose Jaw just said we will save that for Alabama. What is it? What were you talking about? I'm really looking forward to that. By the
Alabama in general, hanging out in the house.
I'm looking forward to hanging out in the house.
Oh, it's gonna
eating
be
meat.
So much fun.
Just, drinking beers.
Yeah.
Driving tiny trucks. You're going to be so stressed because you're going to film the whole thing. I'm not filming anything.
Yes, I am going to film the whole thing. I think I'm going to buy a new laptop beforehand.
Oh, yeah?
So I can, yeah.
What are you going to get? A new M1 MacBook?
I think so. I was telling myself I was never going to buy another MacBook. And then the M1s came out.
They're really good. I have one.
I know.
I got the 14-inch. It's fantastic. One thing. If you aren't going to buy a off-the-shelf one, you should order it right now.
Oh, they're going up?
No, they're hard to get.
Really?
If you custom order, like we custom ordered 3 last week.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to get here just before the end of March.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. They're in high demand because they didn't put a new one out for like 3 years. So
yeah. Oof, that may be difficult then. Well,
people want them. You know what? For what you do though, Josh,
I'm an off the rack kind of guy.
Yeah, you can off the rack that one for sure.
I mean, I'm sure they have one that's just pretty much fully built on the shelf. Like that's the one that they keep.
No.
We're in California, man.
No.
I can see the Apple headquarters.
Can you really? No, you cannot.
It's pretty flat out here too.
Jeez. Josh being the influence from flying cars. That's what we're saving for that trip.
Mm. Yes, perfect.
That's fantastic.
We discussed this a little bit, I think, on Friday or maybe Sunday. But
you and I?
No. On the live streams. But it was discussing the Scarn Beadlock release.
Yes. Can you toss a couple of those in the box for me?
Sure. You'll have
Thanks.
Let me know what color.
Dealer's choice.
Either what?
Dealer's choice.
Oh. Done. One of each.
Orange. You shouldn't have spoiled that. That's a funny joke.
So, the Scarn Beadlock. Like I said, discussed this story a little bit on one of the other live streams, but it's worth telling you. We have a list of names, just like a shared document between Brandon, myself, and Jim. And we kind of just like add and subtract names, and we tell each other that we think each other's ideas are stupid and that your name suggestion sounds like a 10-year-old on Mountain Dew named it, and just back and forth.
Oh, the Kyle.
You're right. Brandon had, like Soul Crusher. I'm like, that's stupid. And
that is stupid.
That's not a real one, but I'm just saying, like,
Coming out next, the Vanquish VS410 Soul Crusher.
Right. So Brandon had thrown out Scarn like 2 years ago. I think it was more than that, maybe. I think it was when we were looking at the original name. I think it was actually the VS410 Pro. We were trying to come up with the name we were going to call that. And like Scarn was an option. And I was just like, I'm like, yes, I love it. Because it's the name of a rock. And he was just, so he was like, I really like this one. I'm like, I do too. Let's go with that one. Let's go push. Do it. And Jim didn't like it. And I was like, And then we were like looking for the next one. I was like for the Phoenix. And I was like, he's like, Scarn again. I'm like, absolutely. Let's do it.
100%.
Go. I love the name.
Scarn.
He's like, okay, great. And then Jim still didn't like it. But then it was these beadlocks, and Brandon and I were doing stuff. He's like, we need a name for that. What about Scarn? I was like, perfect. Just typed it. Just ran with it.
Done.
He was like, I was like,
Jim won't even notice. He won't even see it.
I don't even think we told him until it was out. And
no approval required.
No, it's Brandon and I. Like, that's all. So we're just going through. And Brandon, we do the product launch. He makes the first social media post, and then like immediately you guys are all replying like, Michael Scarn ? And Brandon's sitting in the office, and he just looks at me. He goes, "Who is Michael Scarn?"
Only the greatest spy to ever live, Brandon.
And I start dying laughing, and he's like, "What?" And I go, "It's a joke from The Office. It is a character who Michael does in a movie." And he's just like, He's like, have you not told me this for 2 years just because
Just
of this?
holding on to it.
Nothing. I said,
that's great.
I kept it. It's like, oh my God, I can't. And then it just kept going. Like, does it come in threat level midnight blue? Or when will Golden Face
When's Golden Face coming out? That was my comment. That's so good.
He was so mad that I never told him why I liked it. So he was,
that's
I
fantastic.
always wondered why you like that name so much. It was.
That's so good. Oh, Craig Thompson. Hello. He said, I have Scarns in my hands right now in several colors. Love the look of them. It's great.
They are.
Ed's Adventures. Hey guys, sure happy to see you both. Rough week in the rear view now. Right on. Glad we can help turn your week around.
Wednesday. So good.
YSU Printmaking VS410 Bankrupter. That's a pretty good name. Craig said the Vanquish Wallet Crusher.
Yeah.
And then Tony Mazza may have spoiled the joke, but he goes, "Where's my S-Beaner?"
He will finally have it soon.
I don't have it yet, but I presume, Tony, you got me the big one.
When Tony walked into my office, I'm like, oh,
that's big, because it's gotta be like this big, right? Yeah. I can't wait. I'm very excited.
Side of the box.
Oni, not sure I can ask this question in chat given the situation. Don't worry about that situation. But Matt, are you just assuming you will be able to freely drive across the border when the time comes? Yes, I believe I will be able to. Because they're lifting all the restrictions for that thing March 1st.
March 1st.
We're fast-tracking it because things are looking up. And that other situation, that should definitely be resolved by then. It doesn't affect the border crossing I go to.
Yes. So let's just hope that all that is the case and Matt can join us. Because
keep your fingers crossed, because I don't want to miss it.
It was one of those things. Like, Matt and I both knew it. We didn't say a word. We didn't even mention it to each other. In all of our messaging back and forth, we just never mentioned it to each other. Like, every once, and then like finally came up. He's just like, I just hope that. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, it's been because the last time we were trying to go to Scale Nationals, there were a few problems.
Yeah, there were some hiccups in scheduling for a lot of postponements.
Yeah, a lot of postponements. Mike O'Brien, good evening, guys, from Team Furatech USA. Welcome, Mike.
Hey,
O'Brien. I've got some Furatech stuff.
I talked about the new Furatech release in the news this week. Did you see that?
I did, yeah. A tinier brushed motor,
their new
brushless motor.
Smaller outrunner motor for the SCX24.
The Scarn, I believe it's called.
The Scarn, yeah. I believe it's actually called the Stinger.
Oh, we call this one the Stinger.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to use that one no more. Sorry, it's a Simpsons gag. SFL said The Office and then put the throwing up emoji. You don't know comedy. Get out of here. You're banned. 300 second timeout.
Boom.
Brazen said if he can't drive across, I'll pick him up at the dock on a lake.
I'll ship you my impulse. Then you can use one in each foot like a ski.
Yes! I have to have both controllers going at the same time, so it's going to be quite challenging.
Class 2 on your back.
I'll just S-Beaner them to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, things are looking up for sure. Cody Vandenberg said most VP wheels are called out of stock.
False.
Zing. Go look on there. There's a bunch on there you can get right now. It's axles that you can never get. Because when they go in, people just buy them.
Yeah.
Because they've got like the notify me when this is back in stock. Do you have that? You have that, don't you? You don't have that? There's no point.
I don't have that specifically for that reason. There's a fighting chance of someone getting it if they just check then at least, rather than if they just get an email and someone's just like, boop, buy all.
Yes. That's what I would do.
That's what I'd do.
Mike O'Brien said the Drowsy Toka Lizard Pro. I think he made a typo there.
I thought the Lizard Pro was the ESC and the Stinger was the new motor. I don't know.
Lizard Pro and the Stinga micro brushless setup. Yeah, the Stinga.
Yeah.
We'll call that one the Stinger. Tony Mazza, thank you very much. So you can buy some micro beaners. I don't need your dirty money, Tony. But I'm keeping it. But I'm keeping it as a punishment. Barrel over Niagara with your crawlers. We'll meet you on the other side. There's a lot of interesting suggestions here. I think if I got like an ultralight and just kept it real low.
Pick you up on Made of the Mist.
We can get married right after that.
Right?
Yeah.
I proposed to Nicole on one of those boats.
Was it the Made of the Mist or was it the other, the crappier
side.
one? No, the good one.
Side.
Yeah, that's the Made of the Mist.
Nope, that is the Hornblower. The Made of the Mist on the U.S. side.
No, it isn't.
It is so.
I think we both have one.
We do, but I'm right about the thing we're talking about.
No, but we have a Made of the Mist as well.
I thought you were talking about beef sticks.
We both have one.
So, yeah, it was a good time. You know.
Oh, West Desert Wheeler in with the humble brag. Installing Vanquish front axles on both ends of my capper right now. Good for you, Logan. That's good.
All right, we're getting a reality show argument. Yeah. Let's see. We've got, as long as you can get across, that's good. All right, and you're going to stop somewhere
overnight.
Midway overnight, a friend's house, or just at a hotel, motel, or a Holiday Inn?
Well, you know, roundabout 4, you got to clear the lobby.
What?
I'm singing a different song.
I don't know that song.
After the show, it's the after party. And after the party, it's the hotel lobby. Roundabout 4, you got to clear the lobby. And then take it to your room and get with somebody. Not really allowed to sing that song anymore, though. I think he got canceled. Video. Gunner's new slogan, meat sticks. We both have one. Oh my god. RC Goodtime said, I'm sure in your line of work you could source a stuntman cannon and launch yourself over the border. And then the second cannon fire would be my trucks. So I'd be like...
You get the big baseball glove.
Checker passed back to our fight. He goes, girls, you're both pretty.
Alex says, I want Matt to speak songs to me.
Chongy RC, I haven't seen Chongy in a long time. Howdy, gents. Been a minute. Glad the streams are still going strong. 101 weeks. I feel like this is never going to end.
When it does, it'll be a solemn one.
Mike O'Brien said, big things coming from Furatech in 2022, guys. Stay tuned.
They've been busy so far.
They got the stuff coming out, man. They're not joking.
So, did I see on one of CCX's videos that they're going to do a 1/10 scale something or other?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see that. Brian Sherwood, yes, I believe I would cross at Buffalo. Although, if I'm going to go see my uncle who lives in Windsor, I might pop down through that way. But if I stop somewhere, it'll probably, if it's not at Turks and Jerp's house, so I can go see Smicken's Folly, it would be further south of there.
Yeah, so you get better progress.
Yeah, like another 3 hours from there, maybe. But yeah, we'll figure it out. I got 50 days to figure it out. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, whatever. Like 48 days before I have to leave.
48 days before I have to leave the house.
Super Greg, thank you, sir. Hey, Josh, did anyone end up getting back to you regarding a full set of RC4 drive figures? No. A couple of people sent me listings.
I found Keith.
Yeah, there's lots of mics. Mics are freaking everywhere. And then they found some listings for other ones, and they were all just like I don't just want website listings. For one, they're sketchy websites and stuff. I'm not I'm willing to buy all of them from somebody.
Yeah, you have to go check out Pounder Honbees.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got Mike's jacket still, but I couldn't find Mike.
So Mike's just running around naked somewhere.
I think Mike's in the landfill. Mike may not have made it anywhere. I'm just going to double check because maybe he's in here.
Wait, so Josh is trolling the internet for dudes?
Can't a man just ask for a cutter?
Men seeking smaller plastic men.
He can't be any bigger than 4 inches. Hey, there's the driver from the TRX 6x6.
Oh, he survived.
He made it. No, I don't think he's in here. We got a much smaller man. Look at this little guy.
What is that from? Why do you have...
Because he fit perfectly in the ambush truck that I made. The Proline ambush. You didn't like that one because it was leaf springs.
There's that.
Among other things, I'm sure. Nope. No Mike. Just his coat. He's probably cold out there.
I just checked my doll collection. He wasn't in there.
Let me just... one more look. Maybe he's on the bottom. There's a lot of heads in here. Some fists. No, Mike.
There's just some fists standing in here, just
ready for punching.
Okay, sure.
Men seeking other 6-inch men. That's generous, because Mike is not much more than 4 inches, if that. They were so tiny.
Were they? I thought they were large.
Maybe. No, they were extra small. They marketed them as 10th scale, but they were I don't know what planet they would have been 10th scale on.
So they would have been friends with Kevin?
They're shorter than Kevin.
No freaking way.
Definitely shorter than... Is that Kevin Durant?
I don't know. This is All-Star.
Oh, just All-Star Man?
All-Star Man.
All-Star Man.
That might be LeBron. I don't know. I think it was from Space Jam. I don't know. Schultz and I were running through a Walmart at 7 a.m.
Desperate for a driver.
And you're desperate for scale points.
I don't care. Just
Kevin
anybody.
Is 5 inches tall.
I bet you Mike and Cutter and Keith. If they're 5 inches, I would be really surprised. Check the dollhouse. I don't have a dollhouse.
I am just happy that I don't need a driver figure.
Yeah, somebody on the video today commented that they had already counted me up to 59 or 59 scale points without an interior. And I was like, how's that possible? It's not... Are you going to get custom body points for this? Not really,
because
right?
It's not hand formed.
No, exactly.
So you can't get custom body points for 3D printed bodies, from what I understand.
Yeah. Hold on. Plefman, 10th scale is not 7 inches. That would mean the guy's 70 inches tall.
And that is 6'10".
That's 6'10", so that's a little tall.
That's not
That's
true.
not right.
That is 5'10".
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe then that's That's still kind of... That's pretty short for me. It's not tall enough for me. 9th scale is 8 inches. That's perfect 6 feet. And that's what I build at. Most of my stuff is 9th scale. Doesn't matter. The man I'm using is missing. Is the bruiser driver, who is hollow. There's nothing on the back. So he's nice and light. Knees up.
Knees up, gentlemen.
USTE will have Kevin. Oh, USTE probably will have Kevin. You're absolutely right about that, Craig.
What does that mean?
USTE, there will be somebody there with a Kevin driver.
With this?
No. The other Kevin. Oh, no, wait.
This is Kevin.
That's the only Kevin. I don't know. Maybe Craig has the same man.
What's up? You know, he builds driver dolls to 9 inches exactly. Nothing with 2 grown men playing with action figures on a live stream.
Well, we're not playing. This is serious business.
This is serious. Serial, guys.
For all, let me be crispy clear.
My fellow yeah. So I'm super nervous. That's good. I'm glad that Nationals is so close, and I'm just still taking my sweet ass time.
That kind of shocks me a little bit. I think the last 14 days I was like, I got lots of time.
You know what? That's the thing, is that it's every 2 weeks, and that feels like a good amount of time. Except for you,
feels
it just chunks down 14 days as a whack, just whack.
Yeah. Adam, no, I am not going to USTE. I think that's this weekend, and I am not going to go to Florida this weekend. I have work. I can't. It's a very busy time right now. I'm extremely busy. I need all the time I can get. So if there's an event between now and Nationals, I am not going to it.
That's pretty much my situation as well. I've had a few messages about like other things that are happening. They're like, this is happening the first weekend in March. I'm like, I'm not making it.
Yeah.
Promise.
Yeah.
But
Ian Turbo TT. So a 9-inch man fits in a cruiser. Which cruiser? Are you talking about the RC 4-wheel drive cruiser body? If so, that's not 9th scale. That one's even bigger than that.
No, that was a huge body, wasn't it?
It's like 8th, maybe 7.5. You need a big man for that.
I calculated.
I think I used a 9-inch man. Wait, no, 9-inch, 10-inch. Wait, maybe I used a 9-inch. Yeah, so it's like 8th scale. There you go.
I calculated the scale of my body here at around 9.5 scale.
All right. I'll accept that.
That's based on width.
Yeah, these ones are 10th scale, and they scaled it to like the 12.3-inch wheelbase. So it is pretty much a 10th scale.
Yeah.
Yes, he was saying it is. He was talking about the cruiser. So yes, 9-inch man or so is good for that one. You might have to trim the legs a little bit.
So that's
yes. Thank you to the mods. There are many spammers tonight. It is Turbot. Oh, he ruined the illusion.
It's not Turbo TT?
No.
Huh.
Damn it.
I thought you were an Audi driver.
I thought you really loved the TT. I mean, that is a good looking car.
It's a, what do they call it? A stewardess's car.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what Jeremy Clarkson calls it. And that's.
Let me show you to your seat. I quite
put those
like
glasses back on. It's believable.
Oh man.
So I don't know. I don't know. I do hope to just get a bunch more stuff done. I was thinking today about changing a few ideas on my build and changing up some plans, and I don't know. I may still do it. Sounds like a terrible idea at this point, but
I think you got to forge ahead, man. No pun intended, but you got
I
to
was
keep
going to say, I was
moving.
like, I don't think
You gotta
that this
keep
would
moving.
actually take me a step back, but
You were thinking about replacing a lot of parts with send titanium, weren't you?
possibly titanium, possibly aluminum, but possibly titanium, yes. Because it could be cool. And there's so much. I've done so much in titanium already.
Yeah, I know, but
We'll see.
you gotta get it done, dude.
I know.
What was there's somebody said you built your inner fenders out of PLA. Why didn't you just make them out of aluminum? And I was like, it's not going to be that much of a difference.
No, I don't think that it will be that much of a difference.
No.
PLA is pretty light.
Pretty light, and
Aluminum may be lighter, depending on what you have to do to attach and fold everything and all that. But
it just
the
seems
time
like it's a
savings,
pretty complex shape.
it
that
is.
I
Like,
couldn't make it out of
you had
aluminum.
some decent depth there. Yeah, I don't think that that's probably all that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep the PLA ones. I'll print them out of like black PLA at some point. And
Oh yeah.
then those are done. I'm kind of a little bit mad at myself because there hasn't been very much scratch building in this build.
If I out interior you,
You're not.
You have to eat your hat.
You're not going to out interior me. I've already got a better looking interior than you'll ever have, and it's not even done. But I mean, like, the dash looks fantastic.
That does look fantastic.
And by trimming it down and making it thin and small, I think I've actually shaved a ton of weight from that, because the other one, which is already in the garbage, was huge.
That is something I need to do. I have so many huge 3D printed pieces for this class 1 that I was keeping them all for some reason. I'm like, I don't know why I'm doing this.
Throw them away. You don't need them.
Yeah, I mean, even like the bucks for vacuum forming, I'm like, I don't think I need to have these. Like, I'm not going to make another one of these Jeeps. I'm going to make this one and be so sick of it that it's just I'm going to sell it. But
Josh will only out orange you. It's true. Didn't you use TPU inner fenders on a build before? Yes, I did. On the Trekker, I made TPU inner fenders, but that was a build that wasn't really for comping. This one's just light, super easy, and they're there just to get the points. They don't serve any real other function. Wes Made is here. Hello, Wes. I was watching your video today on the UAZ that you did on the Vanquish Phoenix, which, if you're just joining us, will be in stock possibly tomorrow if you ordered it from... Yeah, if you ordered it from A-Main...
It's on stock now on Vanquish. It will be shipping tomorrow.
There you go.
And it will be shipping tomorrow from A-Main as well.
Yep, so if you have an A-Main pre-order, or if you wanted to pre-order, get it in.
Mm-hmm. There's links in the description.
The link's in the description below. Yeah. No, and so like it's honestly like the amount of effort that I'm putting into this is still very high, but it's just in a different way. Like I would have been doing all this stuff out of styrene. Now I'm just designing it in Fusion.
Yeah.
So it's like 6 of one, half dozen of the other. It's not scratch building in a traditional sense, but it's still building. And I feel like I'm still making something, and I'm making something that didn't exist before, just using different techniques. I still want to get back to that though, because I have Wes's V-dub car truck thing, and I was thinking that would look really good on like an SCX 10.3. I've got an extra chassis sitting here with straight axles. It could actually sit on that really nicely because it's quite a big body.
True.
But I think that would look pretty good on there. So I might do that.
Probably not a bad fit.
Yeah, I was going to say, because there's lots of room under there, the way they've kind of laid it all out. He's sitting in a Newark, New Jersey hotel across from the airport, heading to UST in the morning. Nice one, Wes. Have a good time.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, and then for the Range Rover rebuild, which that's going to come out way after Nationals is done, but we'll start on that after that's done. I'm still thinking VS410 for that one. Maybe the chassis kit with some axles underneath it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
some
can
axles.
see
Yeah.
Definitely axles. I would put axles under it.
Probably. Well, I'm going to start with one, and we'll see how that goes.
You know.
And then I'll order another one.
My first priority, I've already decided. After Nationals, my first priority.
Yeah.
And that is, so I've got a 4 foot by 4 foot fab table. It's a 1/4 inch plate steel top that I had cut for it.
Okay.
And then I built a box tube frame underneath of it with 4 casters on it out of 2-inch square steel. It's a beefy table, but the top is not secured. And a lot of the tools that I have on it are just kind of resting on it. I need to bolt my vise down. So my first priority after Nationals is that I'm going to start planning out where, and then I'm going to get some of the tools that need to be permanently affixed, like my vise. I'm going to put some other hole patterns that are drilled and tapped into that 1/4 inch steel top. And then underneath of that table, I'm going to build compartments and things like that for storage of some of the tools that need to go up on top of there.
Okay.
Because I can't fit all of the tools that I normally use up there on there at once. So I'm going to be able to take them off and store them underneath and put them on and off. And I may even put a bottom box of a toolbox underneath of there as well. And then it'll be like one super nice fab table.
That's great.
That is like a high priority of mine.
I thought this spring was going to be my year of building myself an actual workshop in the backyard, like a little man shed, but with nice, not cruddy.
Yes.
I don't think that's going to happen. Because it's already February. I haven't got any plans. I haven't talked to anybody about, helping build it or fab it up or design it or anything. So that's probably not happening.
Do they have Tough Sheds where you are? Is Tough Shed a brand that it can be bought where you live?
It doesn't sound familiar. Do they spell
Really?
it Tuff?
Tuff.
Yeah, of course they do.
You could ride a motorcycle across the top of it.
Tough Shed, Home Depot, Canada. Nope, they don't have them.
They don't have Tough Sheds in Canada. Wow. Huh.
What do Tough Sheds cost? Oh, this is nice looking. $4,000 to $8,000.
Which is cheap.
That's a good looking shed.
They have some good looking sheds in all sizes. You can get up to very large ones for 10 to 15. Jerry Burris, thank you, sir. Huh. There's a guy you can send your unused printed stuff to, and he turns them into recycled rolls of filament. You
can buy a filament recycler.
I could do all of that, or I could throw it away, because I hate to ship things. But part of the problem is that a lot of mine also have plaster in them, or super glue, or
I can't do anything with that.
Resin, like covered in resin or wax. That's like this was the mold from the fender, and it's covered in a mold release, which is like a waxy buildup.
Yeah.
Or it's got resin all over the backside of it.
Yeah, you ruined it. Can't recycle those.
I can't imagine you could.
They just call them sheds in Canada. There's Dura Shed here in Ontario. Okay, Dura Shed. Dura Shed. Dura Shed.
Dura Shed.
Oh, these are just like, okay, all right, yeah.
So,
Holmes on Holmes.
What does that mean?
Holmes, Mike Holmes. You ever watch that show, Holmes on Holmes?
No.
He's like a contractor. He does build it right. Don't build it all. This is all garbage. Whoever you had put this in trash. Rips it all out. Costs like $10,000 more than it should. Puts it all back in. He's got a show on the Home Network or
I see. Not a
HGTV.
Yeah, remember the Tough Shed commercials with the guy on the dirt bike? Absolutely. He would ride across the roof of Tough Sheds, and then he would get to the final shitty aluminum one, and he just fall right through it.
The beef tubes shed. Yeah, it's the same. For both you and Josh, which would go together faster, cutting and gluing styrene or printing something?
Printing?
6 of 1. I would say printing. For Josh, printing for sure. For me, probably styrene.
See, if I mean, I could technically cut and glue something together much faster in styrene. But if I wanted it to look anything like the idea, it would need to be printed.
Yes. Josh is not good at that stuff.
No.
Josh, are you going to mount your turbo pipe eating router to the table?
I don't think it doesn't need to, because I put rubber feet on the bottom of it to like vibration isolate. So I just need it to have a cubby so it can just
got
go
it.
up top.
Very good.
But yeah, my biggest thing is that I need to have multiple foot pedal setups, because I want to have one for my belt sander and the tube notcher. And
Talk to Moose Jaw. He could get you a whammy bar instead.
You mean like the guitar people who have the multiple pedals? I thought about getting just a pressure switch that I could like lean against rather than the foot pedal one. But
what are you going to lean on it with?
Like, we could just call it a belly button. You just lean against it with your belly.
Lean on it with your 4-inch mic.
Wow.
Hey.
If someone was asking about what do you need to get into 3D printing, a decent printer to look at. Matt and I both run the Prusa i3 Mark III Plus, which is hands down the best investment I ever made in 3D printing. But it's closest makes no difference, $1,000.
Yeah, it's not a cheap printer.
If you don't want to spend $1,000, which is a completely reasonable thing to say, you can get yourself an Ender V something Pro Plus.
3.
Yeah, it's like 3 V2 Pro Plus or something like that. I don't know. There's a bunch of them. The Enders are great for the value, $350 or something like that. And it's a good enough printer. It's by no means the same printer as a Prusa, but it's like 90% of the printer for 30% of the cost.
Yep. There's a lot of value added in the Prusa. The biggest thing for me is that this actually makes it a science and not an art. With my other printer before, the Tivo Tornado, which was not by any means an expensive printer, it constantly required me fiddling with it to make it do good things. If I was like, okay, it's perfectly set up this time, it's going to print everything amazingly, I turn it off. The next time I go to print something, I'm like, well, I haven't changed anything. It's probably going to print exactly the same way. Total disaster. This one, you turn it on, you plug in your SD card, you select that model, and it just prints it. I've had, the failure rate is so much lower.
Yeah, I've had a little bit of struggle with PETG on occasion, here and there, which it's finicky, but it's not been that bad. It's still as close as it matters. But the thing is that when it does, the only finicky thing I ever have usually is on, stiction to the bed or whatever. But beyond that, once you get past something simple like that, the quality of the print out of a Prusa, it blows everything else away.
Yeah. Yep. In FDM anyway.
In FDM. I think I've had a dozen 3D printers now, probably. And if I was buying another one today, I would buy another Prusa.
Yeah.
They're coming out with a larger format one, and I will seriously consider it.
Yep.
Even though
if I had the room, I would.
Yeah. Do you use stealth mode?
No.
So I didn't either, but I often print at night, and from my printer to the wall shared with the master bedroom in this house is
Hey, baby.
7 feet. And
do you want to hear some sexy printer noises?
Let me tell you,
Nicole,
not a big fan of the printer noises.
Shocker.
And then I kind of I was like, what is stealth mode? Because it always gave me the little
it gives you the option, yeah.
I was like, and then once I finally looked at it, I was like, oh, that's actually much quieter. And it's very slightly longer.
Yeah, very slightly. But to be fair, this printer is already very quiet.
It's much quieter than many of the other printers that I've had.
Yeah. Rebecca was like, oh, you almost could have that in the other room. I was like...
Almost.
She's like, yeah, no, it's still going in.
No, yeah, keep it in your hole. But, close.
You can, David Prill, you can print TPU. I print TPU on a regular basis on this printer without any issue. Just use the textured bed, not the smooth. If you use the smooth, it'll never come off.
Yeah, I have not printed TPU yet. I am thinking that I may go that route for the fenders on this Jeep if I run out of time. But I may try that the pause function. You know how you can...
Oh, yeah. So I've used that. That's pretty great.
may do a pause so that I can insert in a piece of rigid material.
Oh, interesting.
Just to make it more difficult.
Yeah, nothing like over-engineering.
Exactly. Thank you. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Flying IRC said, I have an Ender 3. I found it very easy to use, and I'm a big, stupid dummy.
The one nice thing about the Enders is the user base. It is massive.
Yes. So if you ever have a problem, 9 times out of 10, 99% of the time, they'll be able to help you sort it out.
Yes. So that's exactly the case, and it's just would absolutely be a nice little thing. Whereas if you buy a Prusa, nothing bad ever happens, and it gives you money every once in a while, and then
it just spits out a few dollar bills.
Yeah, it's weird. They must just be underneath.
They're in the filament, I guess.
It's here. Lunch is on me today, and it gives you a 20.
Is styrene the exact same as what comes in a typical static model kit? Pretty much. Styrene is styrene. ABS, polystyrene, whatever you want to call it. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
So there are different formulas. Like the styrene that RC 4-wheel drive uses is not used by anybody else. So sometimes things don't stick to it like they should. Like styrene.
Is it like half styrene?
It's like styrene adjacent.
It's like this guy knows styrene.
It was shown a piece of styrene at some point before it left the factory. Yeah, here.
Whoop.
Now you know what styrene is. Get out of here. I'm blurry again. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, that's just saying. I did get some nasty comments about my comments about RC 4-wheel drive and the scale news this week.
Oh, you did?
I did. So
I just ordered that Tina Chevy, and I'm angry with you.
There's like, you should really just say the news and not give your opinion. Like, this is my show, and I spend 8 hours a week on this particular show. I am going to make a joke about it if I like.
Wow, I can't believe that people gave you grief.
Yeah.
Were their names Tom?
No.
No? Okay.
They're like, I'm going to be watching this carefully now. Like, your disdain for RC 4-wheel drive as a parent. I'm like, I don't disdain RC 4-wheel drive at all. I know I have friends who work there, but I'm going to make fun of that 90s sponge painted paint job. And Thornbirds are the joke of the off-road world, regardless of scale. So I'm going to make fun of both of them at will. And as Moose Jaw just says, this is my microphone, and you'll listen to every word I have to say.
Yeah,
a great quote from
it might be a scale news, but it's heavily editorialized.
Yeah, it's my show.
He gets to have an opinion, just like we all do. Like, that's actually funny that you mentioned that, because it's like, we do reviews, right?
Right.
Sometimes we don't like things. Sometimes we like things that other people don't like. For whatever reason, people feel it necessary to like comment and go, "How dare you have an opinion in your review?" I'm like, "What? That's how this works, man."
Yeah, like
it's a review. It's not just stating the facts.
I mean,
very
I do
strange.
have news in the title, but still.
Yeah, but there's always like an opinion, an op-ed.
Right. And that's news to me.
You know what really grinds my gears? Thornbirds. How dare you?
Deal with thornbirds.
What's the deal with sponge paint? I don't know.
News and scale. Sort of news. Yeah.
After Nationals, we're working on getting Matt a cameraman. I don't know what's going on with this camera.
Matt keeps complaining to me about his camera in text. I think like after the show he goes up to me and he's just like, like my camera's not working. I need to buy a new one.
I do need to buy a new one, but I don't want to spend the $5,000 Canadian on the one that I want.
Yeah. Are you looking at the A7? The
S4.
S4? Okay.
Because it shoots 4K at 120.
Ooh.
Which is kind of what I want. Because I do a lot of slow motion.
Yeah. That would be nice.
But it's so much.
Did you see the DJI Ronin 4D?
No.
4K 120. Stabilized. Bunch of pretty interesting.
That's an all-in-one though, right?
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, I don't know. I'd rather just get my own gimbal.
Yeah, exactly. I know. That's
Clockwork DG. Why in your world is eating on camera okay? It's my show.
it's my show.
It's my show. I can do what I want.
And it's meat sticks.
It's meat sticks.
Manly.
Satisfied meat sticks. Only meat sticks that go in my mouth. Yeah. Oh, good night, Wes. Have a good time at the UST.
Wes, I need to talk to you in message. I have a bribe/request. Request/bribe.
I want to know about that later.
I can't tell you because it's against you.
Wow, come on. You're the worst. Harsh on the Thornbirds. They're terrible tires.
They're the meme of the off-road world. If you ran them on any full-size or RC, you deserve to be memed.
And that's the bottom line, because Harleydesigns said so.
My goddamn show. It's the only reason I did the scale news, because I wanted to have an opinion on everything without actually owning it yet.
Exactly. Because those are the best reviews, the ones where you don't own the thing.
Like, here on the website, they're just scrolling, and you, like, catch it live. Like, oh, yeah, I guess it says here that it, yeah.
3 differentials. Well, you know how I feel about Arma differentials.
You're high. Thornbirds are great in 124 scale. Nothing is great in 124 scale. Things are okay in 124 scale because they're still 124 scale, which is fine. But it's like the best it can be is fine.
Yep.
Like it's 124 scale. That's fine.
It's fine.
It's almost 110 scale.
Oni said, Matt, it's not how dare you have an opinion. It's more like how dare you have an opinion different from mine. We're all allowed to have one. I just have a show where I tell people what their opinion is.
You can start a show too. We all started one sometime. There are only 4 sets of Thornbirds in existence. They just get passed around.
These aren't any good. Here, you want them?
Barry G. Yeah,
that's great.
Like, oh, God. Like, no, these are great. These are great. I just I'm selling my truck, and I felt these should go to somebody else.
Somebody who really, really wants them. Kenny Bell, are y'all coming to Alabama for nationals? Yes, we are.
Yep.
We're gonna be there.
Be more excited.
Very excited.
Oh, it's gonna be perfect.
48 days from now, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Moose Jaw goes, this is my beef stick, and you will listen to every chop I take.
I'm going to run out into the garage and grab the windshield.
Okay, go grab it. I'll read comments. Not being able to differentiate between fact and opinion is almost narcissistic. Yeah. I'm going to slip a sour candy into one of Josh's meat sticks. Oh my god, those sour candies. Oh, every time I think about them, I just, start salivating. I do not like sour at all. More scale points for Thornbirds. I'm going to get some Thornbirds and put them on my truck with the Power Wagon body and sponge paint it. Perfect, Jay. That sounds like the best build ever. Everyone, even you. Is that really positive messaging for an ad? Oh, man. Kenny, we're going to be in Leesburg, Alabama, April 8th to the 10th, I believe. April 10th is the last day of it, I believe. Oh, he's back. How far away is...
Nicole's saying that it was 8:20, not 7:20. So I think I technically have another hour I'm supposed to wait.
Oh, maybe don't open it up then.
I know.
I'm going to get Matt drunk at Nationals and watch him soil himself. I've never done that. Ever.
I was concerned that the amount of resin wasn't getting squeezed out of the... So I'm not going to open this yet. I'll probably wait the extra hour.
Yeah, just leave it.
My concern was that I wasn't getting enough resin coming out of the mold. Because you put in extra specifically. It's supposed to be a 60-40 mix of carbon chopped to and the resin itself. So, but you make enough resin that it would be about 60%. And then it's supposed to squeeze out all of it to get down to 40. So, but it does look like I've got some that had come out just on the parts that I couldn't see. I used a couple of big pieces of aluminum in the vise on either side to help.
At one point, those were going to be rippers.
Right. Yeah. This would be a much smaller piece.
It could be like a panel. It could be one of the panels.
You would be surprised how large the panel block was huge because the panel goes down and it dives down. So that was all a solid block.
I can't believe you guys did that.
Oh, it was ridiculous. So
I was like, surely they just bent this piece, but no.
Nope. Huge block of material.
I do need a doomsday countdown clock for Scale Nationals. That's a good idea.
This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-piece mold. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-piece mold because I can count for the windshield.
Golly,
I'm very nervous.
Yeah, don't open that on camera.
I'm not.
See it. Bryson Dorfmeister wants some tips on starting an RC channel. Well, find a subject that you're passionate about, that you really enjoy, and then start talking about it. Quality isn't really an issue as long as you've got content that is relevant and interesting and engaging. People will watch it.
Consistent, though.
Consistency is key. Absolutely.
You are going
3 free videos a week.
You are going to spend so much time talking to nobody.
You're just going to look down the barrel of this.
And people aren't going to watch for a while. No. You're going to get almost no views for a long time.
Don't be discouraged, though.
Or maybe not. But yeah, don't worry about
knows?
it. Just keep doing it.
Yep. And anybody can do it. That's the thing, is that there's no real magic bullet here to make this a success. Nope. Sometimes, Josh and I, limited success. Other people in RC, huge success. And it's because they do things that are original and unique.
Right.
Our stuff is just a little too niche, I think, to really ever explode. Like, we're not going to be million subscriber channels ever in a million. Not a chance ever. And it's not because it's not good quality content. It's just it's appealing to a very small group of people.
And I have decided that I want to narrow that group down even smaller. Because I am going to stop doing regular just review stuff and things like that this year. I have decided. I'm just going to start doing the fabrication and fun stuff that I want to do.
Yep.
I am done with the rest of it. I only want to do what I'm the most happy doing. So that's why I am just dead set to just alienate most of my potential audience.
Your fan base is disappearing. I've turned down a fair bit of stuff this year because this was my year of no, and I was like, if it's not something I'm truly interested in or passionate about or moving this hobby forward in some way, I'm gonna have to pass on it because I just don't have the time to do that stuff, do my full-time job, and do the stuff that I really like. So it's a balancing act, and sometimes I'm going to say yes, sometimes I'm going to say no. It all depends on
if I'm
how I feel
really
about
excited about something, then I will say yes and still do it.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, like I've said no to so many things already, and it has felt so weird.
Yeah, it does feel weird because you see the videos that other people are putting out with that same stuff.
Yep,
and you're like,
and it's just like,
should I have said yes?
At the same time, I don't care. Like, I'm okay. And it's like,
should I have said yes? No. The answer is always no.
Someone said, how did RC Sparks have 1 million followers? Like, because he did that type of stuff that just like specifically was super appealing to kids and things like that.
Yeah.
Not very.
I mean, his content.
Not
his content now is probably not geared towards children.
Not so kid focused.
not so much. Not so much. That's okay. He's just doing his thing.
I agree. It's okay to do things that are not. It's a hard thing to do that and then completely flip though, like on the same channel.
Yeah.
It's like
our channel's never really been about kids. I don't think kids care about this stuff.
That's the thing. It's just been kids don't care. I mean, yeah, we have a drink on stream, things like that, but like more than anything, it's just been like boring talk about things that kids don't care about. More so than like topics that are not appropriate for their age.
Like the next comment. Hey Matt, is it okay to conformal code a gyro receiver or will it cause problems? I've never conformal coded anything, so I'm the wrong person to ask. I presume though, because it's conformal coding, there wouldn't be a problem doing that. But that's just my speculation.
Right.
I don't know how gyro receivers work.
I don't either. I met that you're talking about like a
drift
AVC controller or AVC receiver.
Oh, like AVC, like the traction
Spectrum
control.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything in there that would. I mean, that's the whole point of conformal coding is that it's not supposed to affect the electronics. So
I said I wasn't going to open this.
Don't open. What are you doing? Don't open it.
Because I'm an idiot.
Cooper, what do you think about a Gen 8 with a different body as a comp crawler? I don't think that's a good choice.
Not the right choice.
No.
The Gen 8 is not going to be a great comp crawler.
No, you're going to want to start with something with a lower center of gravity.
Yeah. And, I mean, you're not going to... Yeah.
There's better choices you could make. For a starting platform. Like even if you were to take like an Element and get one of the conversion chassis that's out there now, or SCX-10-2 and just take all the parts off of that and put it on a different chassis. There's a lot of different choices, but I don't think I would start with the Gen 8.
There's been a couple of questions about AxioFest 2022. Don't spam the chat like that, by the way. Someone just give me a time. But the... I heard some. I don't know yet. We'll hear. We'll wait till there's some actual information.
I haven't heard word one, but I'm sure it's going to be a thing.
Yeah. Once the information's officially,
that's where we'll talk about it.
Is official, then we'll talk about it. Element conversion chassis ? Yeah, TGH. Just I talked about it in the Scale News last week.
TGH did one.
Check out TGH's
Artful Dodgers. Artful Dodgers also has a comp chassis for the Element kit.
Oh, that's right. Artful Dodgers. I forgot about that, dude.
Yeah.
Open till
that
10.
one looks
Thank
pretty
you, sir.
good.
My stats came, and so did. Stop reading that comment immediately. God. So yeah, the Element is a reasonable platform to start with.
It's a cheap entry.
It is a cheap entry. And
I don't mean that. I don't mean that with like any, disdain. It's just it's a more budget friendly start to a comp.
Yeah.
Speaking of budget friendly, there was somebody had a question about some like crawler I'd never heard of on the forum. It was called the Legendary. What was it called? I gotta look it up now. But Legendary was spelled wrong, which is always a good start. The Legendary Grando.
Legionnaires.
The Legendary Grando, 1/10 scale RC rock crawler. And he's like, I haven't seen anybody do anything with one of these or any parts for it. Is this not a popular truck? And I was like, I've never heard of this truck before. And it looks like it's just sort of like a knockoff of an SCX-10.
Right. It's a Revo hobby of the...
Yeah, it kind of led me to kind of think it would be fun for you and I to find the cheapest possible hobby grade crawler as a challenge. Yeah, like good, not total junk, like not new bright, but then like find a place where we could compete against each other with these trucks.
I mean, like we could do it at Nationals. We could just buy them and have them
just buy them
to somebody in the area. Never touch them. We go to the site. We have the same batteries. We put batteries in the controller, and we'd have to run a different course in the comp course because
they would never
none of those trucks would have a chance at one of those courses.
No,
like not a chance in hell.
Yeah, and no upgrades, like just box stock.
Maybe we get the evening before, and we have to just do with whatever we have.
Yeah, whatever we have with us.
Whatever we have, or can make out of something. Cereal box tops, whatever can be found at Walmart.
Yeah. I think that would be really, really fun, just to do that.
Like anything. No.
Stop opening it.
You can't stop now.
It's not gonna be ready. You're gonna hate yourself.
Got it. I could already hate myself. I feel like this one could be a failure.
Oh boy. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. You need the Clarkson modification for the second attempt, so we can change wheels and tires.
First time, and then this,
change wheels and tires, change motor, ESC, but like the chassis has to stay as is.
It maybe wasn't a failure.
Oh,
I don't know yet. We'll see. There's so many screws in this thing.
Sebastian wants us to bring our SCX-24 builds to Nats.
We guess we could do that.
I mean,
that seems less fun.
You're limited on space, and that does seem like less fun.
It seems like less fun than driving something that we have no emotional attachment to. Because here's the other thing: is there's massive cliffs there.
Yes. Yeah.
So we drive them off a cliff at the end, and then we say, whoever wants them,
come get them. They're right there. We'll take the batteries out first. But I think we should do the SCX-24 thing at Axial Fest, because they are axial trucks.
That is a good idea.
So we'll do that for that.
There's so many screws in this mold. What was I thinking? Did I miss Gunner? Did Gunner have some? Oh, there we go. Gunner said, I'm definitely driving out to Alabama, leaving 4/1.
April 1st?
Oh, okay.
He's taking that's a long drive. That's a lot of states. That's like at least 20 states.
I don't think that is true, but
probably 8.5 states.
if need to head that way but won't fit, sorry, I'm zoomed in so I can't read all it. But won't fit in the carry-on or possibly anyone else, let me know. Oh, that could seriously help, Gunner.
That's a big help, Gunner. Speaking of, somebody was asking me if I was going to rent a car, and I was like, no, I'll just drive my Jeep. Sorry, it's got stock tires on it.
I got excited by my carbon fiber mold. And Jeremiah Stelberg also said, well, when my kids come to stay with me for a few weeks, they watch Friday Night Live and Wednesday Live, so they have heard everything you have said. I'm not saying that
poop.
Well, there isn't anything that's been like wildly inappropriate. Just not entertaining.
Yeah, if you're a kid and you're watching this,
I don't know if it's
I am sorry. Yeah, this is not entertaining. Indy Bama, thank you very much. Matt, I live within 2 hours of Leesburg, and I'll be at Scale Nats. Y'all could ship to my house if you want to do that. No need. I'm driving down. I'm going to bring everything with me. But thank you very much.
No, I don't want you. I don't want you to have a head start. I want you to see the truck when I see the truck.
What?
Yeah. He's saying like for those are challenge.
Oh, for the challenge. I see.
Son of a biscuit.
Are we? Oh, you shouldn't have opened it.
No,
I knew it.
These two screw pockets got filled in with resin.
Oh, crumbs.
Which means I can't. I don't know that I have to get to them yet. We'll see.
Guys, if you've never been to LRC, you will not be disappointed. I've never been. Josh has been.
I've competed there several times in the past for either nationals when USRCCA was there or ECC back in the day.
What would you do to a crawler to make it submersible? Well, that's not really my thing, but I guess you could stick all your electronics in balloons.
I mean, there's lots of things you can do. I would just seriously reconsider my life choices.
Yeah,
first.
Don't do that.
I mean, you can, if that's just your prerogative and you want to see your truck drive underwater, I would buy one of Matt's old used trucks.
Oh my God, that was Richard's FJ55 scratch-built crawler, and it was such a beautiful truck. And he sold it, and then another guy sold it again, and then that guy drove it at the bottom of a lake and posted pictures of it, and everybody on RC Crawler gave him shit for it. And then I bought it from another guy, and then I revitalized it, refurbished it, and then sold it to Deluxe RC, who lives in Australia.
A different Deluxe than I am used to.
Yeah, you're thinking of Deluxe Fab.
Correct.
What's a good cheap ESC upgrade for an SCX-10? Hobbywing 1080.
Yep. Doesn't get much cheaper, doesn't get much better for the money.
Green with NB. Hey, Matt, I saw Proline had a couple new releases tomorrow. Anything you want to tell us tonight?
Well, they've got a new GTR body coming out, we know.
Yeah, new GTR body, and the tires that they posted today are Hyraxes for the SCX-6. They put it in the hashtags. And they look different.
Terrifying.
Oh, God. I hate seeing what you're doing.
Oh, I did cut myself a little bit.
Oh, jeez.
I really didn't cut myself more than like just took off a little
chunk of finger. Should we end this stream? Do you need to go to the doctor?
It's not bleeding too badly. I mean, it did take off a gold member like.
Oh dear.
Here's a.
Don't show me your finger. I don't want to see that.
Oh shit! I dropped it on my keyboard.
God.
Oh no.
I see Josh has his precision tools out again.
Where'd it go?
Oh,
where'd my finger go?
You're gonna need that. Nicole, get the super glue.
Super glue is gonna be necessary.
Ugh.
I don't. Maybe that didn't go in the keyboard.
I hope it didn't. That's a good keyboard.
It is a good keyboard.
It's but a scratch. Okay, well, that looks horrible.
It's not that bad. Don't worry.
They didn't arrive today. They were supposed to, but
we have some alcohol handy.
Oh, God. I'm getting a set of new foams for the SCX6 from Steady Spin.
Oh.
Do you need to go get some attention?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, just don't pass out.
Pass out. Nothing to see here, guys. Don't worry.
It's Stabby Josh 2.0. That's great, Jay. Thank you for that one. Good one. To go with those new Hyrax tires, which I don't have. They're obviously coming though because they hashtagged it in there because they do that. They tease, but then they give away the tease.
Exactly.
Anywhoosies, Steady Spin is a guy making foams for the SCX.
Yeah, he sent me a message today. This thing's getting a lot worse. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry so much. Choppy Josh.
Stabby Josh.
Josh needs to go to the merge. I think it's the emerge.
It's emerge.
Emerge. Ah, damn it.
Yeah, not the merge. We don't shorten things that much.
It's a little stingy with alcohol.
You are a fool.
Am I though?
I've actually, you know what? I've done some very stupid things. I'm going to demonstrate one of the stupidest things I've ever done. If I have something that'll.
Where's Travis? Josh needs PPE. Oh wait, that's a new book.
Yeah, that's bad. What you did. That was not smart. Okay,
well,
so
it's funny because it just took off like a Subway type slice, just like whoop.
Oh, like the triangular slice they used to make in the bread?
Oh no, I was talking more about the meat. They've got the meats. No, that's Arby's.
The meats.
Oh, dang, look at that.
I'm gonna pass out. All right, so I had like this is just a plastic bottle, but imagine this was a bottle that would screw onto your airbrush, and it was glass and had a little siphon thing in it, so like it would with pressure pull the paint out of there and go into the airbrush. And the lid was like so on there. There was some paint under the lid and it just like completely stuck on there. What I did, dumbest thing I've ever done in my whole life. I grabbed a set of vice grips similar to these and I wrapped it around the actual like threaded metal lid of the glass bottle and I clamped it down, and obviously clamped it down too hard, and as I twisted, like smashed the bottle in my hand. And I don't know, I can't see where the scar was. Oh yes, I can. It's like right through my palm. It went right through. And I was like, oh shit. Fiddle DD, that will require a tetanus shot. It was so deep. I was like, ugh.
Tetanus is only needed if there was metal in it.
No, exactly. So I had to super glue the heck out of it and hold my hand together, basically. Stupidest thing I've ever done.
My problem is holding my hand together after I super glued. I have to remember not to do that.
Adam Devin goes, keep pressure on it, ding dong.
Super glue. It's pressure in a bottle.
New jerky flavor, Gunner. Finger of Josh.
Thinly sliced.
You gotta suck out the poison. That's great. That's great. I just had a really good idea. I think I'm going to tap. Well, I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to tap the ends of this 3/16 tube and put some screws on the end of the bumper.
Blood has been spilt. Drip the blood on the Class 1 as a sacrifice to the RC gods. This literally has my blood, sweat, and tears in it.
Now you just have to cry onto it.
I think I already been done that.
It's so
paint job.
beautiful.
Blood orange Josh.
It's actually a really good idea. I could just, drip paint that looks like blood all over it.
Right? Ooh.
Smear some handprints on it.
This
It's
may
my
not-
murder truck.
It's murder.
What a great stream this has been. It's not often you can watch an accident happen on camera live.
I feel like it was a Final Destination moment. Like everybody knew it was coming. Everyone was just like, it was a hot tub time machine style. Like, is this going to be it? Is this going to be?
Josh did it so he can make a carbon fiber finger. Welcome to the show. I'm making a finger. Hello, Philippe from France. What's the better truck to start Class 1? That's tough. Because normally I think I probably would have said, like, I really like the Vanquish Pro. I think that was a good Class 1 starter. But I think, yeah, you know what? I'm going to stick with that, but I'll say Vanquish Mechanicals, G-Speed, or something like that. Or heck, you can go with the Brazen. If you want to be
if you're trying to be like truly competitive, it's a very different world.
Yeah, it is. There's not anything you can buy off the shelf
that's going to be like
that's going to be competitive.
So that's the real trick of that question. Matt previously ran a Marlin crawler that was heavily modified, but I still would not say that was a competitive vehicle.
No.
Not
Again,
to today's standards at the very least.
No, not to today's standards. There's so much that's changed that I wouldn't do. I wouldn't do that. I like my Marlin crawler a lot, and I liked competing with it. I thought it was a very fun truck, and it was easy to get 50 points because of the leaf springs. But it's just not as competitive as what everyone else is doing. They may have fewer scale points or use more tricks to get the scale points, and then still beat you.
They have more tricks because they get the scale points.
Yeah, they always get them. It's like when you think to yourself, well, it's a comp truck, so he's only going to have 10 scale points. Nope, he got them all.
Yep. All right. So the windshield frame is still in there, but these parts are not pretty when they come out of the mold.
No, they need some. They need some help.
The other hard part is you have to get them out of the mold, and this one is a tricky mold.
Please stop doing this on camera.
No.
Episode 102, sponsored by Mechanics Gloves.
Would have been a worthwhile.
That's a good sponsor to look into. I got these cheap off-brand ones. They're just like these are good. I have these.
I have blood everywhere.
I also have Mechanics Gloves, but I use them just for goofing around.
You just wear them around the house?
Yeah. Hey, Rebecca. No.
You wear Mechanics Gloves for yard work, but you wear those knockoff weird ones for mechanic
tiny
work?
trucks. Yeah, because these ones have like the rubbery grips. They're great. Hey, Tony CCXRC. Congrats on 50K, by the way. Quite an achievement, considering your content is terrible.
Considering it's about monster trucks.
Ew, gross. No, congrats, man. That's really awesome.
Yes.
I'm competitive. I'm just competing to stay in last place.
Hey, I was there for a long time.
I'm still there.
My first year of competing, when I competed every other week we had competitions every other week for I don't know, 5 or 6, 7 years when I was in Kansas City. And I remember my first year, I was in last place like almost every single week.
Yeah, that'll happen when you first start. How you doing there? You all right?
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
That little guy? That little guy.
What? Somebody had a question. Oh, Adam did. What hard body would I recommend for the Phoenix? I'd recommend the FJ80, but I'd turn it into the Jelly Bean. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Tonight's jerky flavor should be matte, extra salty. It's my show. I can do what I want. Do you still have 2 Unimogs? No, I have 1 Unimog now, Alex. The one with the scale. Damn it.
The scale, super scale.
No, scale garage system. Scale garage systems for your bed. I was just talking to him today. He was showing me some new products. But I have the 6x6 still, but it's the Cherokee now. It's not the Unimog anymore. Sold the body.
Yeah. Which...
Is Josh using shock oil to clean his finger? And if so, what weight? You know, when I cut my finger wide open, I prefer to use Traxxas 50 weight shock oil.
I've got it at arm's reach.
It's on a carousel.
It is.
Scale Garage Systems, yes. Get it in there. Anyway, he's got some new stuff coming that looks pretty good. No spoilers.
Oh, he was showing you some early release stuff. You sure you don't want to spoil it?
I'm positive. I don't do that anymore. By mistake. God, I'm going to pay for that for the rest of my life.
Indeed. Just put some duct tape on it and get that part out of the mold. We've got the bleeding to slow down substantially. I think I can get some super glue on it now and it won't.
And
okay, we're good. Now it won't turn into a big...
do you know if
it work when it's watered down with blood? Agreed, but you have to get it on there initially. It kind of gets things slowed down, then you can get it off there, cleaned up again, reapply your super glue. That's the proper method.
Exactly. Reapply. Gunnar Nissen, thank you very much. New flavors for nationals: bald beaver and finger looking good, thinly sliced. It's so great.
You know what? It wouldn't be a live show if you didn't.
Yeah. Rob, I still have some of I have the new Jetson Nano from NVIDIA that still needs to be put to work self-driving. But you know what? I had to take a backseat on that project because there's so much programming that I am not good enough for that. So someday we may come back to it.
Someday, over the rainbow.
Oh, there's so many projects. Daniel Realtek, do you guys prefer a really heavy or really light truck or something in the middle? Not for comp. I like heavy. I like heavy. I like a little bit of shimmy.
So heavy is easier to tune, but in general, less capable.
Yep, you're absolutely right. But when I'm having fun, I like the challenge of less capability because it forces me to think a bit more about my lines. Rather than just smash the skinny pedal like you do.
Just run harder lines.
Oh boy.
I like the challenge. No, you like to run weaker lines.
No, that's not true. I like to run the hard lines, but not always make it. Going to Nats just for the meat sticks. You don't have to go there just for meat sticks. You can order them online.
Locate website pinned in the comments.
Yeah, it 100% is. I'll have the Josh special done Mike's way. Is that a thing from the Sip and Go or whatever that place is called? What's that burger joint you guys have there?
We have the Come and Go gas stations.
No. It's everyone seems to love it. In and Out, but it's horrible.
It's not horrible at all. It's good. It's just not It's not the best.
No, I didn't like it. David Tulinski, thank you very much for the British dollars. You can ask a question if you like. You don't have to just... I know they're called pounds. Hey, it's 11 o'clock. We should probably wrap this up.
We should. I should wrap this up and my finger.
Cooper, don't ask Josh what he thinks about the G-Made gum.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I've built
He does not like that. He does not like that buggy at all.
No, it was trash. It was a trash design.
If you want something that is sort of Ultra 4-ish,
Get a bomber.
Get a bomber.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Moose Jaw, not like In and Out? That is the meanest thing I've ever heard from a Canadian. Dude, I went there. Badger took me to my first In and Out burger. And he's like, oh yeah, these are great. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. And I went in there and I was like, no, this is not that good. It's just a hamburger. And not even a very good one. And their fries were cold. And I was very unhappy.
In and Out fries are garbage. Their burgers are good. Their fries are absolute trash.
See, I got to have a good fry.
I don't. Fries are not that important to me.
Fries are very important to me. I eat fries first.
The best fries are available at a restaurant called Runza, which is in the Midwest mainly. And if I be honestly, the best thing though about their fries is that you can actually order frings.
Oh,
which is a mix of fries and onion rings. Oh.
Yeah. Burgers Priest is far superior. 100% correct, Jay. He is a true Canadian friend if he thinks that, because Burgers Priest is amazing. Absolutely spectacular burgers.
Sounds like a touching place.
West Desert Wheeler agrees with me. Thank you, Logan. In-N-Out, way overrated.
I will say that I may agree that it's overrated, but the burgers are not bad.
I wasn't thrilled. It just seemed kind of plain.
You know what I'm most concerned about right now?
Yes.
Is that I'm trying to pull all this stuff off and kind of like flaking some of the resin off, and the resin is in like these, pieces that look a lot like the piece of finger that came off. I'm like, is that finger or is that resin?
Oh, David's got his question now. Hi, guys. Love your shows. Quick question. Are there any parts or kits to convert a standard SCX-10 into a proper low CG belly dragger? I live in the UK, and it's really hard to obtain proper chassis like G-Speed.
Well, the good news is that an SCX-10 you're the closest you're going to get. There's going to be a lot of setups that are as close as you're going to get to a bolt-on. I know the brazen that I ran, the brazen scale, what do I have? The ATL Pro, it uses a SCX-10 style skid plate, which means you'll be able to use SCX-10 style links. And then therefore you need a pan hard mount, which I think he also sells. So you would be able to.
You could convert with that, but he's in the UK, so he has to order it. Will brazen ship to the UK? You have to order it
almost anywhere. So
well, that's true. Yeah.
Very rarely will you be able to receive it without ordering.
No, dummy. I mean, like, he has to order it over the pond. He has to order it overseas. Will they ship to him?
He could use the internet.
Oh my God, you know what? When you stabbed yourself, you stabbed the wrong part of you. I will show you which part to stab. Ay, ay,
ay. Okay. I have a part to try and figure out how to release, but I will say
you have a finger to try to figure out how to put back on.
It's fine.
All right. Well, let's wrap this one up. It's been an interesting show. Blind Guy RC, Jay Walker, Ocean Toot, Flame Lori, Gunnar Nissen, Tony Mazza, Indy Bama, and Gunnar Nissen. And, it looks like there's one hidden down there. What's that one? And David Twilinski. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you to Blind Guy RC, Brian Sherwood, Gunnar Nissen, Brian Sherwood, Super Greg, J Burst, Perry G, Gunnar Nissen, Open Till 10, Jeremiah Salberg, and Open Till 10. Much
Open
appreciated, everybody. Thanks for bleeding. Yes.
He bleeds for this hobby, guys.
Freddie got
literally. What are you building on Friday, Josh?
Comp prosthetic middle fingers. This Friday, I will still be trying to get a part out of the mold without defingerizing my left hand. Buck Dandy as well. Thank you, sir. We'll see you. Kevlar gloves. Gloves are overrated. I very rarely cut myself, so I will not start to take proper precautions at this point. Thank you. No further questions.
Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.
See you next week. Bye.
See ya.
Love you. Bye.